Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and this evening I'm joined by
Steve.
Chantal.
Davey.
And we've just finished playing In the Year of the Dragon. It's a Stefan Feld game, one of the older ones, but it is very much a Stefan Feld game, so it's fairly dry, but essentially you're trying to get points in lots of different ways. Each round there's a number of actions that are dealt out into the middle, so these kind of appear randomly, but it's always the same set, they just get mixed up each time. And there's always a few spots that have got more than one action. When it's your turn, you sort of take your marker and put it on one of these spaces. If I take this one, if I go here I just do that action. If I go here I get to pick which of these two actions I take. Other people then sort of put their things on and they take actions as well. You can go where someone else has gone, but you've got to pay a bit of money to do that. So there are various kinds of resources that you might want to get through taking the different actions, like money, rice, which you can need to feed your people, and fireworks to please the emperor. And after you've taken these actions and gotten various bits of stuff, you're then going to play card. You have a selection of cards here, and you play one of these cards to acquire one of these people who are also going to help you in various ways. So again, you've got the people who give you rice, and the person here you go who gives you the fireworks, and you're putting your people in these various temple, castle things. So depending on the number of pieces at the top here is the number of people you can fit in there. And the builder action, there it is, lets you build more of these. There's a whole pile of these things here, and you can add either extra castles. The more castles you have, the more points you score each round, but you might want to build them up as well, because then you can fit more people in each castle. So there's quite a lot of different bits going on. I'm going to try and explain some of the rounds, but one of the key things is that at the end of each round, after you've bought your people, then you're going to have some kind of disaster potentially to face. For the first 2 rounds, there's no disaster, and it lulls you into a false sense of security, because after that, it is punishing as you like. So when this guy shows up, 3 of your people just die. Unless you have the guys with the mortar and pestle. Each mortar and pestle sort of saves, through healing, I guess it's a kind of disease, one of the people from dying. So this is what you're losing the people that you've been putting in the castle. This one you're trying to please the emperor, so if you take the fireworks action, you're getting fireworks depending on how many fireworks people you've got. Whoever has the most gets points. People are dying again. This is famine. This is where you need to have the rice, so you're taking the rice action, and rice people helps you get more rice. But if you don't have enough rice, then again the people are going to die. Here the Mongols arrive, and you need the fighting guys here. You can take the fighting guy action here, but what this does is actually help the turn order track. There's various ways. Each time you buy one of these guys, you see the number at the bottom, advances you on this turn order track. If you're in first on this people track, then you're going to go first in terms of picking the actions and picking the people. So that can be quite important. But then essentially whoever has the fewest hats to defend against the Mongols is going to lose a person. One of the people is going to die. But if you've got lots of hats, you get points there. This one, you have to have money. You have to give money to the emperor, I think. And for every money that you're missing, you guessed it, one of your people dies. So there's 2 of each of these kind of bad actions that go through the games. At the end of every round, apart from those blessed first 2, then, as I found, you're in grave risk of losing people. You can see how many people David had, for example, over here, compared with the number of people I had. He did a lot better than me. So you're trying to get people, really, for 2 main ways of scoring points. You can score points during the game, so you get points for the Fang guys, and if you take this action, you get to buy the little dragons, which give you points, and you score those points each round. But there's also a big pile of endgame scoring. You get endgame scoring for the number of your people. You're getting 2 points per person, and you're also the Buddhist monk guy is scoring you points depending on the height of your castles that they're in. You're getting points for a couple of other things. Can't remember what the other things are. Steve, do you remember?
End of the game's cash. But you also score points each round based on how many palaces you have.
Oh, that's right. So you're getting points just for simply having a number of palaces here. So lots of points, as most Stefan Feld games really, and whoever has the most points at the end is the winner.
You can tell this is old. In the nowadays the punishing threats just don't cut it nowadays. I think it is balanced very well. I don't think you can cope with all the threats at all. You just can't solve this game. You just have to kind of choose which ones are going to hurt you. As Jonathan did, he said, I'm going to let them all hurt me, and he did really badly. You've got to gauge it with kind of getting points per round by end game scoring. I went for points per round, but I was floored by the end game scoring of two of the players in the game. And you've got a choice when you hire the people as whether to get the master or the apprentice. The master gives you the better actions, so when you take the right action, this guy gives you 2 extra, whereas this guy only gives you 1. But when you take the apprentice, they move you on the turn order track. And turn order, I've only played a 2-player game before this, played a 5-player game today, and turn order was massive. Jonathan had started off last, was last for the first 10 rounds, and was never able to do the action he wanted. He just didn't have the money to kind of go where someone else had gone, so he was just stuffed a bit. So turn order is really, really important in this game.
Okay, Steve.
I really enjoyed this game, and what Steve just said about turn order, I couldn't agree more. I was lucky enough to choose the right people that put me forward on the turn order track most of the time, which gave me first pick, which when you're looking at the different kind of tragedies that could happen throughout the year is important, because then you can think further along the game and choose the people you need at the right time, and that allowed me to do quite well.
Yes, you won.
Yes.
Chantal?
It's surprisingly punitive, but I really want to start all over again and try, because there are so many different paths to victory. Also, you've got a different combo at the beginning of the game, like different characters that you can choose from, and I would like to start again with another combo and see if I do better with them. So it's definitely something that I would like to go back to. So yes, a really good game.
Okay. David?
It's the second time I played it. I almost won this one. I won the last one. I'm not quite sure if I have like a conscious way that I know what I'm doing, but I quite enjoy trying to figure out what do I prioritise. This turn I'm going to make sure I've solved this problem. Next turn I'm going to solve the next problem. That's kind of an interesting thought process that I kind of enjoyed.
Okay, rating?
Yeah, thumbs up.
Chantal?
7.5.
Okay.
There's 2 ratings here. 10 because I won. Okay, but honestly, I think this is a solid 7.5.
All right.
It's
Steve?
not as interconnected as his other games, so generally a bit like David, you're just choosing which problems to solve throughout the game. So in that respect, it's not as good as some of his more new releases. That being said, I really like it. I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I did very badly and got punished again and again and again. I tried to get lots of the point scoring things per round, so I was scoring quite a lot of points every round, but then my people kept dying and dying and dying. My goodness. Having said all that, I actually like it. I wouldn't say that I really enjoyed this game, but it's one of those where, like Chantal was saying, having played it, I'm like, oh, I know what I want to do next time. So it gives you plenty to think about, but it is very much you have to think about the different punishments that are coming up and how can you deal with this and how can you deal with that. So some people are not going to like that whole thing of this punishment's coming, what can I do to avoid it? It is a fairly tense feeling to a certain extent, but if you're happy with that and you like the problem-solving aspect of it, it's a solid game. I'd be on a 7 out of 10. All right, thanks for watching. That was In the Year of the Dragon.